Hello everyone, we are doing our first set of interview series Foreigners in Seoul. And who do I have with me?
Mika, the only MikaChavala from the land of Kilimanjaro, Tanzania. It's
Can you speak in your international accent?
International accent? This is my international accent. Okay.
Otherwise I'll have to put subtitles on.
I haven't been in Tanzania for a long time now, for more than 7 years, so I forget everything. But yeah, my name is Mika from Tanzania. It's good to have me here.
It's good to have you. I'm so excited about this interview. Can you also, so your official language is also Swahili, right?
Yes.
Can you introduce yourself in Swahili?
Oh, okay. Jina langu naitwa Mika na ninatokea Tanzania. Naupenda sana. Almost forget Swahili.
Are you even Tanzanian? Are you even Tanzanian?
I am Tanzanian, but it's easy to forget language when you start Korean. Learning Korean language, it really mess up my language skills.
Yes.
So sometimes I feel like I forget Swahili and English at the same time.
And English, of course. It's good. All right. So you are Mika, and what are you doing here in Seoul? Or here in Korea, I should say.
Oh, that's a really good question. If you asked me that question 2 years ago, I would say I'm studying. But right now, the same question I would say I'm living here in Seoul. In Korea, I'm living, yeah. Currently, I'm working on my personal projects because I used to have a job. I don't have a job anymore right now, and I'm working on my personal project right now.
Because if you don't know who Mika is, he is a young motivator.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Actually, I will tell the audience because I do have footage of how we first met, which was at a TV show.
Oh yeah, yes.
My Neighbor Charles. Yeah, I do. I still have the footage of. I was the camera. You guys completely ignored me, but I was. You had a guitar, and I was really interested because I was like, oh, this guy has a guitar, like, because musician, right?
We didn't see you.
No. You said hello to everyone else, and I was the only one, but that's okay because I was filming it all. So you guys can enjoy watching that now. It's like so many people.
What's his name?
You.
Yeah. Korean?
He's Korean. I'm Australian. I'm Australian. My husband is Korean.
You don't look Korean. Man, you look cool. Oh man, this is just for...
Today we have the future president of Nigeria.
So you guys, you have to be my friends. If I become the president, we want to take picture.
Oh, do you want? We'll take a photo for you. Oh, I'll take it. I'll take it. That's how we kind of first met.
Exactly.
And then you guys followed me on Instagram, and then I fished for an invite to church.
Oh yeah. Oh, I think GP followed you on Instagram.
Yeah, because and so GP is your roommate.
Yeah, he's my roommate and his
Brother from another mother.
partner in crime.
Yes.
And I don't like that guy.
But GP's name is God's Power,
Yes.
and on his Instagram it's God's Power.
Yes.
And I was like, who is this God's Power liking all my photos all the time?
He's not gonna like this.
So, but yeah, I knew that you guys went to church.
Exactly.
And then I was like, okay, if they ever post anything about church, I'll there's my invite. And so you were the one that finally did.
Exactly. Invited you.
Yeah. Then the rest was history. I regret all of my decisions. The Young Motivators, though, what is it? Can you tell me more about that?
Okay, Young Motivators, it's simply the two people. Originally, we were actually 3 people, me, GP, and Sunday, but Sunday he's a little bit busy right now.
What is that guy doing?
He's working with this Korean company and he's really busy. He's a very rich man right now. And so he left us. Very sad, but now it's just 2 men, me and GP. And our vision is literally just to live to inspire people. We want to inspire people to become the greater version of themselves through our lives. Yes, through our lives, through our mistakes, through our failures, and through our you know, everything that we do, we want to inspire people. Because it's very easy sometimes to just inspire people with words, but it's kind of hard to inspire people with our lives.
Yeah, I think I completely agree with you with that, and that's like one of the reasons why I do YouTube as well, is to show people what my life looks like. I don't like being someone who just says stuff.
Yeah.
I would rather just show you how I live, I guess.
That's so good. That's so good. So that's the main goal of Young Motivator. Yeah.
And that is one of your side projects as well.
Exactly. That's one of my side projects with my brother GP, the guy that I don't like. But personally, I have my own projects that I'm doing, and collectively we are doing Young Motivators together at GP. Yeah.
Do you want me to? Can you tell us about your other projects, or are they secret?
Right now, since I've been out of job for like a month right now, I decided to take a rest in this month. But then I've been working on my site, preparing my site, my new site.
Which I'll leave a link in the description if it's going to be live soon.
That's so good. That's so good. Just follow me there, and
he needs the followers, guys.
Yeah. that's one of the things. My site, but also I've started to work on my book, my new book.
Wow.
Exactly. I wrote only 2 pages, but it seems like it's gonna take a long time.
That was the acknowledgement.
You know?
In the title page. The acknowledgement and the table of contents.
Exactly. After everything that has happened in the recent years, 7 years here in Korea, I didn't know actually that I was gonna write a book. Because I did,
based on your personality.
So yeah, I have no idea, because I'm really not good at writing. I have one book though. I already published one book a long time ago in 2015 in Swahili language. So this time, as I was resting for this month, I kind of felt like, wow, there's definitely something God wants me to do. And I was thinking, what is that? Why did I quit? What am I doing? I don't have anything to do right now. What am I gonna do? And then I realized that, I'm actually out of work to write my story.
That's awesome.
God is writing my story, and I want to write my story for people to read and write something very unique that is gonna change actually people's lives. So
yes, and your story is pretty unique as well. So let's start with at the beginning, I guess.
All right.
How did you end up coming to Korea in the first place?
Well, that's a good question. When I was 16, I had this vision to start abroad. And originally wanted to go to Canada or Australia, your country.
Why didn't you go to Australia, Mika?
Australia?
We wouldn't let you in, hey?
I tried to find opportunities for scholarship, but I didn't get any one of them. So I was like, all right, maybe I'll go there for master's or PhD. So when I was 16, I had that vision. And when I graduated in 2012 high school.
You graduated the same year that I did.
Oh, yeah. Wow, that's super cool. Yeah, 2000. Yeah.
Grade 12, 2012.
Exactly, 2012. Yeah. And when I graduated, I tried to find another opportunity to go to Canada, to English-speaking country, but I didn't get any opportunity. But one of my best friends, who we started Young Motivators with Sunday, he came here to Korea, and we went to the same high school. So he told me a lot about Korea, and he said, hey, why don't you try Korea? And I tried, and I found myself here. So originally I didn't want to come here, but then eventually, and at the end of the day, I just found myself here.
Is it normal to go overseas to study in Tanzania?
Yeah, recently it's very normal. A lot of people, they don't want to study in Tanzania, not because there's anything bad, no, but because of the exposure. And they want to have new experience in other countries.
That was how many years ago now?
That was 7 years ago.
Why are you still here?
Why am I still? Wow. So at the beginning when I came, I was just a little boy.
Yes, 17?
No. I was late 19.
Oh, late 19.
Yeah, I was like almost 20, but I was late 19. So I was just trying to figure out my life, and I never been abroad before, so I was kind of scared and worried at how the life is gonna be. And when I came here at the beginning, it was kind of tough. But as I want to say that Korea is a place where the more you live, the more you fall in love.
Yeah.
So as I continued to live 1 year, second year, third year, I was like, no, I don't want to leave after I graduate. I think I want to stay here and to have more experience in work environment.
Yeah.
and before my career, maybe later. So
Yeah, and
that's the reason why I'm still here.
you know Korean as a language quite well as well, so that also makes it easier, right, to stay here.
Exactly. Because when we came here, we had to learn Korean culture, Korean language, and a lot of things. So because of that, I feel like I'm part of this society, because everything that's going on I can understand, because I learned, I started, and I experienced in these 7 years.
I'm actually really curious because this is one thing that I recently sort of discovered or had like sort of an epiphany with, is that you and like a lot of our other friends that have studied here and have stayed here, you grew up your early 20s here in Korea, right, in this culture, and I'm really curious about that and how that has affected you, because for me, I grew up in my own country and own environment, and I feel like early 20s is a lot of like, I guess, finding your identity.
Exactly, that's right.
And like sort of, or not just finding it, but making it like a structure, like more foundation, I guess. So your foundation was kind of built within Korea as an early 20, through your early 20s.
Exactly.
Was it hard?
Yeah, it was pretty hard. That's why a lot of people who knows me, I call myself Tanzanian Korean, because actually, leaving my country in 19, I didn't really even, I didn't know much about my own country actually, because I was just growing up, I was just a little boy.
Yeah, you didn't have time to sort of establish things. Like, because I believe, like, even for me growing through from my 19-year-old self in Australia to like, before I left, I was at like 23 years old, so, or 22, I can't remember now, but like, even those couple of years were really life-defining for me as far as growing as a person.
Yeah.
But I think that's so much easier in your own country where you have those foundations, but for you, you've kind of been taken out of that foundation and had to make your own. So and it was hard?
Yeah, it was hard. It was really hard, and at that age, I think it's the time that you really need like family figure, let's say parents or people that they're gonna be there for you as you are, getting matured and becoming a man. But I came here at 19 and living for 7 years. I'm alone. I'm all alone. And trying to figure out my life, trying to become a man, trying to establish my own legacy. And that's why right now I don't even want to go back home. Not because I hate my country, but simply because I feel like I already have a life here.
Yeah.
And in the past 7 years, I had a community, I have friends, I've been through a lot of struggles, and I don't just want to leave for nothing. I feel like, I've lived, I've experienced a lot of stuff. I've had some difficult time and some good time, but now I want to enjoy what I've established in 7 years.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to pursue that, and I think that's the reason why I'm still here. But the life, definitely, it wasn't easy. Until now, again, it's not easy. It's a process, but it's a beautiful process.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad. All right. So I think generally speaking as well, for people who know of Korea, you might know that or have the opinion that Korea is very set on their beauty standards and a certain way that people look.
That's right.
And also how little, I guess, foreigners there are living in South Korea. So for you, especially as an African man living in Korea,
That's right, Choco Man.
what's your experience being with that, I guess? Have you experienced like maybe like racism or like was it difficult, I guess?
Yeah. I would say, honestly speaking, I experienced that a lot, and I'm still experiencing that. And one thing for sure, when I make the record straight, is that racism it's very interesting topic, and it's actually everywhere. I see that everywhere, and I see that here in Korea as well throughout my life, and it's not beautiful experience when you face it. I'm pretty sure you heard a lot of stories of people being in the subway and like, let's say I'm sitting in this seat and nobody wants to sit next to me. I'm going to sit and somebody standing is leaving away. Sometimes you stop, taxi, but they just pass by, they don't want to pick you up, and it's this kind of and so many stories that I'm pretty sure everybody, you guys, you're hearing them a lot of the time, and it's not beautiful experience. But one thing for sure that really helped me to get over it I knew what I was getting myself into. Like before I came to Korea.
So is that pre expectation that's helped you
Exactly.
like overcome that or be more resilient, right? So, yeah.
Exactly.
Preparing to become more resilient.
Yes, I had zero expectation when I was coming here. And because of that, I think that's the reason why I love Korea so much, because I had zero expectation. But when I came here, I didn't expect to see like other people accepting me the way I am. I didn't expect to see love and to have Korean friends or all those kind of things. But as I'm meeting different people, I realize that not everyone is the same.
Yeah.
Some people are different. Some people they have different behavior. Some people they have good behavior, and because of that, I began to see this good side of Korea. You know, regardless of whatever negativity that's going on around the street or whatever racism that I might have been facing. But I started to see the good side of it, and actually it started to highlight a little bit and give me light that actually this place, it can be a best place for living, for everyone, not just Koreans, not just people who look like this way, but people with all differences. We can actually live here in harmony and in peace. And I think that's one of the things that Young Motivators have been pursuing, and
I was about to ask that we were talking earlier about the living, I guess, setting the example as well. And I feel like for those types of discrimination, for example, the ones on the train, a lot of the time it's because it's usually older Koreans. It's because they don't know. Or they don't understand. Like there's an old culture or an old culture there that is now, I guess, probably hopefully going to start changing in the next generation. But I think you guys, what you're doing in like the Young Motivators of I guess sharing that message.
Yes, exactly. It's like what most of Koreans are struggling with. It's the fear of unknown. Like I realize that most of them, they're ignorant about Africa. They're ignorant about Choco people like me. And because they don't know, they have fear of the unknown. Because Korean society or Korean culture is kind of culture that it's perfect culture. Like these people, they want to be perfect. And so they don't want to make mistake. Like let's say when it comes to speaking in English, even though they know how to talk in English, but they don't want to speak because they don't want to make mistakes. And they want to be perfect in everything.
I can, like as an English teacher as well, when people, especially adults, try and talk to me, there's a very much shy culture around that, and it is pretty much like literally what you said. They have this mindset that it has to be perfect, which it doesn't have to be.
Which it doesn't, and that's why we don't get it like other people who are from like let's say Western countries. But for them, they are afraid, and I think that's one of the things that I would say like racism is here. Like some of them they're racist, but some of them they're just afraid to approach these new people because they don't know how am I gonna connect with them, how am I gonna talk to them, and they've never been to Africa, they've never maybe had any African friend before, and so they are scared and they're worrying. I mean, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna say? And because of that, they isolate themselves. It's because of the fear of the unknown. But what I want everybody to understand, or the message that Young Motivators we're trying to spread out to everybody, is that it's okay not to know something. It's okay not to know my culture, and that should be the reason or the motivation for you to get close to me and to get to learn my culture. That hey, I don't know about your culture, that's why I'm here. I didn't know anything about Korea when I was coming here. I only knew kamsahamnida, which is thank you. I didn't know anything else, but that's the reason what brought me here. That I want to learn something new. I want to get close to these people that I don't know, because I might be afraid of something that it's not really scary.
And were you scared of Korea as well when you first came?
Actually, I was scared, but I was scared of North Korea, because I've been hearing these stories all the time that they have been having political struggles for a long time. So I was scared that what if I go there and then I just die? And also I was scared of food, because back home in Tanzania I thought maybe Korean they eat like cats, they eat like cockroach, they eat all this crazy thing that we see in television. I didn't really know the difference between China and Korea.
Wow.
Yeah, but when I came here I realized that wow man, it was just the fear of the unknown. And that's the message what I want to spread. Even my new book that I'm writing right now, it's really interesting. I'm talking about, because I want this book to go to this society. I've lived here for 7 years and I've experienced so many things, and the title of the book is The Power of Decision. I'm just talking about how powerful is, your decision. Like just you can see, like just to make a little choice, a little decision, how powerful, how impactful it can be.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that we are trying to spread out the message to everybody, that it's okay to be scared, it's okay to be worried, but let not that fear drives you away from these unknown people, but let it be the motivation for you to trying to know, try to be curious, and try to search, and even try to fly to Africa to see how beautiful it is. Yeah, actually, a couple of years ago, I went to Tanzania with my 4 Korean friends. The moment they got to the airport, they were like, "Are we in Tanzania? Really?" I was like, "This is Tanzania." They thought, I don't know, maybe they thought we were gonna land in the jungle, and there's no buses, there's no toilets, but
what do you call that? It's like what they've seen
Stereotype.
from the stereotypes.
Exactly.
I think it's like in what you were saying about what you didn't know about Korea, you thought it was like
Exactly.
China, right? It's that stereotype of Asia on a whole. So I think it works kind of both ways, right?
Exactly. It's the both. It's exactly. We all struggle through the same things, through the same issues, but in different kind of levels and standards.
Yeah.
So for me, I was battling with that, but I was like, oh, I want to go there and see that it's the same thing, fear of the unknown. But some of people here, they're struggling with that, the fear of the unknown, but they're running away. They don't want to face it.
Yeah.
But facing is the proper solution to the problems that we are facing, and not running away from it, not running away from the seat, but sitting next to me.